Every teacher has an impact. Great teachers make a difference. Todd Whitaker once said. A good day to Miss Cass. We are Clarissa, Claire, Crystal, Samantha, Daniel, and Wayne from Group 1. Today we'll be discussing what makes a teacher great. Students may say patience, kind-hearted, or good communicators. If you were to think of an answer to the previous question, perhaps you may or may not agree with the previous statement's characteristics based on your experience. Each person's answer would be different or similar on what makes an effective teacher based on experience. Therefore, within this presentation, we will look at the good characteristics of a great teacher from a student's perspective against the research behind it. Thus, this aims to address if the students' ideologies of an effective teacher match what research has proven, and how widely the characteristics impact a student's education. Furthermore, we find this topic interesting as there's a perception or stereotype of what a great teacher is. This research reviews students' belief of a good teacher based on their own experience. Moreover, it is an opportunity to gain experience from their perspective and is compared to research in line with the subject.
Next, let us delve into the second part, the information of students. Overall, there were a total of 10 students who participated in this survey we conducted. These students that participated were from public and international schools in and around Malaysia. All these students were either still in secondary school or recently left secondary school. There are 7 students from public schools and 3 from international schools. The survey has a mix of female and male participants with a majority of 6 females followed by 4 male participants. To every new experience, there certainly is a challenge, of which we definitely faced a few of our own. Amongst the challenges we faced during this survey was finding participants who were willing to take the time to answer the survey and who were willing to answer the questions appropriately. Moving on to the third part of the presentation, Wayne will be presenting the objective of this survey.
Okay, thank you, Daniel. So, in everything we do, there's a purpose or reason to why we do it. Thus, the survey's purpose and main focus was to collect perspectives of several secondary school students in order to properly investigate the qualities of an effective teacher. The information was collected in the form of a Google form sent to current secondary school students and students that have studied in secondary schools prior to this. From the responses, aspiring teachers and teachers will attain a deeper understanding of what an effective teacher is. Questions aimed to be addressed were firstly, what characteristics makes a good teacher? Secondly, have students experienced a teacher with such characteristics? Thirdly, what is the best way to learn? And lastly, why do students think those characteristics are important? Next, Crystal will elaborate on the additional readings we carried out to extend our knowledge in respect to our topic of study.
Thank you, Wayne. In order to attain a deeper understanding of this investigation, the following information was gathered from several articles online to refine its purpose. The most significant and common characteristic that professional educators should possess is to be prepared for every lesson as found in Robert J. Walker's study in 2008. Hence, constructing an appropriate lesson plan makes all the difference. It engages students in a classroom, accompanied with a sense of direction and anticipation in what they are about to learn, leaving no room for boredom. Moreover, the aspect of fairness unfortunately remains overlooked, as a few teachers tend to be biased towards those in their favor. However, research discovered that the most successful teachers manage students and gradings reasonably. This is accomplished by providing equal opportunities and privileges for all, especially through understanding their personal learning styles and taking them into careful consideration. Additionally, an essential trait to all will be a sense of humor, as it is beneficial for students to take chances and risk and to step out of their comfort zones to participate in discussions without the fear of being reprimanded for wrong answers. Undoubtedly, it encourages a definite increase in attention spans as well as establishes positivity for students to be comfortable and learn in a safe environment. Furthermore, standardizing high expectations for each student is vital and impactful daily with no intention of placing any pressure. As educators play the role of being students' role model, incorporating positive reinforcement of difficult challenges works as a constant reminder that they can achieve their best, enhances their self-esteem, elevates academic motivation, and inspires them to strive towards their fullest potential.
Thank you, Crystal. Now, this is part of the report that consists of the method used for the survey, the questions asked, as well as the study of all the replies versus the research found, all of which will be discussed shortly. Referring to the replies from the participants to the question, what characteristics make a good secondary school teacher? The majority of students thought patience was important. Among the other replies were effective communication skills as well as a prepared teacher. From there, the participants shared their experiences of having a teacher with the characteristics they gave in the previous question. All of them, with the exception of one respondent, had good experiences with a teacher who had these qualities, while expressing that having a teacher of that manner truly made learning an enjoyable experience. Moreover, as to why are the mentioned characteristics important, the participants' reply was based mainly around getting students more involved in their own learning. Teachers with these characteristics fostered a positive learning environment which encouraged students to become more interested and excited in the class. The majority of the students who answered the survey mentioned the characteristics of patience. Patience is indeed the quality of a good teacher, as no matter what level of education an educator is teaching, an educator's patience will definitely be tested, whether it be classroom management or ensuring every student fully understands the lesson. Patience is a key attribute that all educators should have. Along with good communication skills, it is vital a teacher is a strong communicator in order to teach effectively, as this allows students to have a better approach to the subject in a more enjoyable way, as mentioned by Dr. Danial Aw. Furthermore, teachers should also be prepared and well-versed in the lesson they are about to teach, to truly show effectiveness in their teaching, revising through that study material, coming up with a lesson plan and activities for the student, not only ensure an effective learning, but it also allows students to take charge of their learning as well, which are what most of the participants find most effective according to the survey. According to the survey replies, most of the participants had amazing experiences with teachers that had these qualities, stating that classes were more fun, they understood concepts better, and made learning an enjoyable experience overall, proving that these qualities are valid for an effective teacher to have. The importance of having an effective teacher was validated by the survey, as the students believed it helped them achieve their goals. Effective teachers will be able to assess the needs of their students and provide for them accordingly. Next, not only does it enhance the quality of knowledge the students receive, it also increases the student engagement. By having fun and interesting lesson plans and also using effective teaching methods, students would naturally feel more enthusiastic and motivated to learn and start progressing in class. The investigators agree with the participants' replies. As teachers are role models to their students, they are the ones responsible to shape the young minds and enrich the lives of their students, as they will be the teachers and leaders of the future. Effective teaching is an entitlement of every child, as formal education is a primary source of knowledge. Teachers should strive to be excellent and effective in educating to ensure a wholesome, holistic learning for all. Next, I'll pass the time to Samantha to conclude our whole presentation.
In conclusion, we gained many insightful opinions and learned new things. The survey studied the qualities of an effective teacher from a secondary school student's perspective. This information was gathered through a Google Form survey sent to students currently in secondary school and students who have studied either in government or international secondary schools. Based on this survey and analysis conducted, we found that an effective teacher is someone that is well prepared, approachable, ready to guide, a good communicator, and most of all, patient. As aspiring future teachers ourselves, the findings from this investigation has awakened the importance, impacts, and characteristics needed to be a good teacher in ourselves. Looking forward, we hope that future teachers will continue to keep this in mind and consider our findings as they grow to become teachers that exemplify these characteristics themselves. As someone once said, teachers are the shapers of our future. Thus, teachers with effective qualities create quality leaders of the future and promote the love of learning in their students. With that said, this brings us to the end of our presentation. Thank you for your time and for giving us the opportunity to share our findings and views with you. Thank you once again.